foot. It's not foot. It's like a shoe rack, but I actually just put collectibles on it.
Mm-hmm.
But it's really bad. I'm probably gonna get rid of it because it's breaking even with just basically plushies on it. Like I said, $5.
Right.
So past my desks, I have a bookshelf. I think yes, I have a bookshelf, and that's it.
Yeah, because I remember you were looking for a
I've got a
desk.
recommendation for
Past
you.
that and like
You need to learn an ancient German word.
it's not foot.
Junkie.
It's like a shoe rack, but I actually just.
I am live streaming.
Oh.
What I'm trying to do right now is whether I'm looking at the correct feed or the wrong feed.
Right now, I'm not trying to do that because I have to fill up
OBS
the
or
current
Streamlabs?
apartment and then move
Streamlabs.
multiple
Right.
hours down.
So I have my peanut gallery here, although we have a question from the watchers. Would you guys prefer to be the peanut gallery or the pistachios? Or perhaps cashews?
Oh, I can go get a bag of pistachios if you want.
Oh,
guys.
Yeah, if you start throwing
we have to
pistachios
start-
at me, you guys get to clean them up.
Do we have to select nuts?
Yes.
Can I be a hazelnut?
Yes.
No, you may not.
I don't think you like the kind of nut I'm gonna choose.
I'm gonna be the hazelnut.
Well, if it's going to be
you may not.
lewd,
I'm
then
joking,
no.
I'm joking.
No,
I'm
I
actually
get it.
gonna run
I'm
with Johan
okay.
over to GameStop. We'll be back though. I'm
Okay.
gonna get his Switch out.
Have fun.
I was gonna ask, do y'all have any old phones you want to give Johan so he can use it for money towards the Switch?
Not that there's an old
Probably
phone
not.
on my nightstand
I
that
don't want
doesn't.
to take that one.
Okay.
Probably not anything.
It's an old iPhone, but we use it for stuff.
Do you use it for stuff?
Yeah,
No,
we use
that's not the one I meant. I meant the blue.
Oh,
Anyhow.
the blue won't sell.
Yeah.
It probably is not recent enough. My phone wasn't recent enough, and I only
So,
got it like a year ago.
The half the peanut gallery is going away, and I am not 100% sure that I'm even functional here because I am not using the normal
No, I'll just say no.
software because something was wrong with it, and you guys still can't see. Oh, there she is.
You told
So
me to actually physically.
there's
read
my
the
hazelnut gallery. I don't know that Grandma's watching because Grandma's been having computer problems.
What are you?
So
What are you having trouble with? Because I know some of this.
okay,
Now I can hear you.
all right. So we may be having a problem with the microphone being too far away, but okay. Thank you, Jolie. That's good to know. We are fixing some settings here because we're using a little bit different thing than we usually do. Did you perhaps bump the blue when you were?
Yeah, try twisting it.
Yeah, I'm twisting it. So, but anyhow,
Wait, no, I need a little filters. What am I thinking?
I have my
My
children. Some of them.
Wait, no, just everyone be careful. We are going to get it loud. It's gonna get loud here in a second.
Hey, Don.
Oh, careful! The battery overheats. It explodes.
I was just curious.
Also, you can't put the battery
So
cover on
the vote
batteries.
for whether or not they were peanut gallery, we have selected hazelnut gallery. There will be no nut throwing, or they will have to clean it up.
I was not provided with nuts to throw. I have nothing to throw.
There's nuts in the pantry.
We'll be right back.
Are you encouraging nuts?
No, I am not.
You've got at least 3 nuts in here.
I have less nuts than I had before because evidently they're going to go to the game store.
Yeah, they're gonna buy Johan a new Switch, trade in his old one.
Cool.
'Cause
He's
he
been wanting
wants-
to do that for a while.
He wants a full Switch. He currently has a Switch Lite.
Right. Yes, so the kids are much more gamers than I am.
Okay, the difference between a full Switch and a Switch Lite is the full Switch can actually go into the dock and therefore be displayed on the TV, where the Switch Lite is only a handheld console. I don't even know if they can hear me at this point.
I am not sure whether they can hear you or not. We have the microphone kind of focused on me.
No, that's
So
fine.
you may be very quiet. I know when Jim and Ian do their live stream, the peanut gallery that sits behind their laptop can sometimes be heard, but usually you can just tell that, oh, Don, good. That means if you're able to eat now, then you are feeling much better. And that's good to hear. And I am putting links in the usual places because I know that I had that false start, so I'm sorry about that. Like I've said before, if we ever do this without any technical difficulties, I won't know that it's me anymore. Because there's always something. Anyhow,
Jim's
So.
been doing this for how many years, and he still has technical difficulties?
Yeah, it's a thing. I
I
mean,
watch live streamers that do it professionally. They have technical difficulties. That's part of it.
it makes me feel if even professionals have trouble.
Look, new setups, changing stuff in your setups, it causes issues.
Yeah. So how was the train ride today?
Not bad. The train is hotter than I expected because Johan described it as cold, and it was not cold.
Well, it was a different time of year. I mean, when he traveled, it was for Thanksgiving time, so.
No, that's fair. I don't think they have anything to like cool a heat. And then, I mean, I basically just sat for 5.5 hours. I think the only really negative thing is the bathroom was just a lot grosser than I expected.
Any kind of public transport's going to be like that, though, unfortunately.
Valid.
Sanford, love, can I trouble you to come over and turn on the light, the upper light there, so that we balance the lighting a little bit? Maybe the glare from the window is somewhat less powerful. Folks, the glare from the window is even with the blinds are actually lowered and closed right now. So this window gets all the western light. So there's not a whole lot I can do. And right now Sanford is engaged in fishing for the cat.
Except not anywhere near where the cat is.
Okay, well maybe he's fishing for the hazelnut gallery. I'm not sure. Yes, he is. He's flicking her. Sanford Begley, if you want her attention, talk to her. Don't act like a 3-year-old.
I'm going to break that thing. You're going to have to buy Johan a new one.
Please don't break it. It was not cheap. I suggested to Johan on a whim that we get an actual fishing pole for the cat, and it turns out that they make cat toys that are actual fishing poles for cats. So, and the cat likes it, so this was not money that was ill spent. She also likes the laser point from my measuring device. And yes, I am aware that the laser point on a practice pistol works as a red dot for critters to chase. A friend's dog does that, and it's hilarious because you're taking a pistol and aiming it all over the place. I don't know how good it is for gun safety protocols, but it's still funny to watch. Not all dogs like laser dots, though. Our girl doesn't faze her a bit. She's over here laying there flat, doing her best imitation of a rug. So
I think she just got up and like sat her head up a little bit, and then I heard her thump it against the chair as she went back down. Oh no.
She doesn't do an imitation of a rug. She does an imitation of a tank trap.
it is a little weird to have my girls show up and they're adults and they're all independent and they have graciously deigned to take some vacation time to visit their dear old parents. But
I worked 7 days in a row before this.
ooh, 7 days in a row.
Yeah,
And
it's because I usually take off Wednesdays and Thursdays, but because I'm coming Friday through Monday, I worked my Wednesday and Thursday because I have the next 3 days off. Though with how much I've been working, I got nearly 40 hours this week still.
yeah, because you're not actually full time, are you?
No, I am.
Oh, okay.
I'm full time, but my job is like leave when you're finished, and we've been so busy lately that I've been staying for ridiculous amounts of time, including one day where I should not have been there as long as I was. I thought it would be busier than it was.
When I was your age, I can remember pulling like 16-hour shifts, pulling doubles,
not
2
sure.
8s back to back.
I've done 16 hours,
Mhm.
but I don't do that a lot at this job.
No, it's not fun.
I only will do that long if for whatever reason, they need me on floor after bakery. I've never done an entire 16 hours worth of bakery because that would be a ridiculous amount of bread.
Dawn, I have to say that one of these days I want to meet Bert, because any dog that makes you say, Bert, get off the damn motorcycle, is, he's a character. He's still a baby too, isn't he? Last time I heard you were still counting puppy growth, and he was up to 113 pounds, if I recall correctly. Bert is her Pibble, and he's a big old puppy. Yes, a Pibble on a bike. I too would love a pic. Dawn, you realize that you keep telling us these cute things that your animals do, and we kind of want pictures. I mean, I take pictures of the critters here when I can, but the dog laying flat on the floor is not exciting. So, and the cat is currently hiding because with strangers in the house, she is not sure what to do with herself. And it's not like she didn't know the girls. At least Pippa lived with us still when we got her.
Not for long.
No, it wasn't for long, and I don't think Juliet was.
She never warmed up to me.
Yeah, she doesn't warm up to many people. She's not a cuddly cat, and she bites. She's not as bitey as she used to be, but she still bites. But yeah, that was kind of my theme of the topic of the live stream, because I choose topics, Pippa, but I don't always stick to them. Usually don't stick to them.
Sounds about right.
But it was getting old, life transitions, and having a peanut gallery for a change. Oh, he's 75 pounds. Okay, adult size is pointing towards 100 plus pounds. But that's still a lot of dog. That's plenty dog. Our dog's about 50 pounds. And she's a healer cross, according to the vet. So, which means that she's dense. She's approximately the density of plutonium, so she does not look as large as she actually is. Pippa, if you would prefer back support, you're welcome to move chairs. She's currently sitting on an oversized ottoman that we have, because we don't really have 5 chairs in our living space. So...
No, right now I'm fidgeting with my sock because...
It's quiet at the moment. I don't know what we're going to do for dinner. The plans that we had for dinner were a little ambitious, and if we don't do dinner until after the live stream, we're either going to A, be up late, or B, fix something a little faster for the meal than the whole thing that he wanted to do.
We could get food out, like order something. I don't know how you guys ordering is around here.
Well, there's things that are relatively close by.
God.
Mark, I'm very glad that you did live this long. I enjoy the fact that you appreciate my art. I really do. That helps. But, yeah, the girls are
Do you want me to get one?
up just for the weekend. And my big transition was today was the last... Here.
It's backwards, so I expected my hand to be
Yeah.
on the side.
My last day full time at the job was today, and it kind of ended with a whimper rather than a bang.
Oh,
Hey,
damn,
Ray.
so you can have more than your head. There we go.
Are you gonna be comfortable there, kiddo?
For a little bit. We'll move eventually.
Yeah. Mark, I hear you there. I think most of us can name stupid stuff that should probably have killed us. Maybe not Pippa, because Pippa's not even 20 yet. She'll be 20 next month. Yes, you.
Existential dread over that.
I'm still having a moment of feeling old because Johan's 16 and he's my baby. I mean, you're almost 20 and...
Yeah, but once I turn 20, I can't have the excuse of I'm just a teenager anymore. What am I supposed to say then? Taking responsibility for my actions?
Your brain doesn't stop developing until age 25? You can still use that as an excuse?
Oh, I'm yawning way too much for somebody who's had too much energy drinks already.
Yeah, we need to have a chat about your energy drink dependence.
I don't have that much. I have like one a day maybe, and I don't always have one.
Mm-hmm.
No, I really don't drink that much.
You can stop anytime.
Yeah. No, I can. I just have to switch to coffee.
Yes. Oh, which reminds me, I have a test coffee lip balm around here somewhere.
I actually got coffee at Winco because I got something that I thought Hunter would like and I'll drink.
Cool.
Because Hunter's much more of a coffee drinker than I am, but I'll have a cup usually when he makes some.
You have been dubbed Seedling.
Ah.
Cedar Seedling. Yes, you can see the chats
Yeah.
here.
You're like, I can't believe you think you're old. I mean, comparatively to how young I've been so far in life, I do feel old.
Oh, she's been hanging out with her brother for the afternoon, so I'm sure she does feel old.
I work with high schoolers. That makes me feel old.
Mm-hmm.
Because I never acted like high schoolers even when I was high school age.
Right. Speaking of which, don't let me forget to give you your high school diploma while you're here.
Please.
Yes. The fun thing about being a homeschool is that I can issue a diploma. The fun thing about issuing a diploma is forgetting to do it every time you see the child.
Yeah.
Ooh, Ray, that's bad.
Oh.
But, yes, coffee is good. I was just going to tell Pippa, we found a Texas pecan coffee that's actually good. It has a nice nutty flavor to it without feeling artificial.
I should ask Hondo. I don't know if he likes Texas pecan. I don't like pecans.
Oh, well.
What I got was caramel mocha.
Ooh, that does sound good.
Because he really likes caramel and I really like mocha, and hopefully together it'll work.
We got a chocolate-covered cherry coffee.
Ooh, that does sound good.
That was good. But Sanford does not like frou-frou coffee at all, and I do, so we'll get small amounts of the fun stuff. Yes, Josh, you are comparatively young. So is Dawn, for that matter, and Koala, but the rest of us in this chat. So I know, Pippa, I know most of these people either in person or have known them for years. Because I don't have that big of a following.
No,
I did cross over 100 subscribers recently.
Nice.
Yes.
More than I've ever had.
Well, I mean, it's one of those things at persistence.
I know. I've never tried to actually properly pursue social media.
This started as a way for me to talk to your grandma and Aunt Juniper. Yes, Ray, we can call you Bad Ray from now on. No, I'm good with that. I have edited your stuff. I know. But I just started doing this every week. I stopped for a while, and then people were asking me if I was going to do more of it, so I said, sure, why not? And it's not really, I'm not really using it to, like, market myself. It's more of a chat with friends.
Yeah.
And occasionally have a peanut gallery. Usually that's Sanford, but
yeah,
it's nice to have Pippa. Dawn, you're still young. I'm older than you are, so you're young. Ooh, pecans and coffee in ground would be interesting. How do they come through in the brew, Mark? The house that we are attempting to buy, and we're still on track to close on April 11th, but I always hedge my bets because things happen. I mean, we did arrange for the insurance policy today, so there's that. But there is an older pecan tree in the backyard. It's not terribly in good shape. Someone pollarded it at one point and cut all the upper limbs off, presumably so they wouldn't fall on either the house or the shed. And I don't know how healthy it's going to be when it finally comes back this summer. There are 3 flowering quinces, though. They should be in full bloom tomorrow when we go look at the house. I don't know if we're going to go into the backyard where they are, or if I'm just going to show the girls the front of the house. We'll have to see. We didn't arrange to do a walkthrough, so we'll just be looking at the outside. And but the girls have stuff in my storage container, and we are going to make moves toward... I'm sorry about that, BJ. We've been having audio issues. I don't know if that's going to help. I just pulled the...
You look here, that's how much noise you're making.
So, it probably needs to actually turn up the audio pickup, and that looks like that did it. So, hopefully...
Yeah.
So, flowering quince... quince is a kind of tree, well, shrub, really. And flowering quince have really pretty dark pink flowers. And fruiting quince, which are separate, actually have a fruit that's similar to an apple. And I'm glad I'm quieter than the roosters, Koala. I'll take that. But quince actually make a really good jam or preserve. But the flowering quince don't set fruit. They just have a bloom for decorative purposes. And they are very old-fashioned in gardens, so it's not common to find them anymore. So I was kind of excited to have 3, and the reason that they're not common anymore is because the flowers are very, very early in the spring, and they don't really do a whole lot else after that that is decorative until they have decent fall colors. So they fell out of fashion because there's a lot more modern plants that have interesting stuff all year long. But I like them, and I had been wanting to get one anyway. So she's going to show off her hair because she's very blue.
My poof looked weird, so I was just fixing it. But I can show my hair.
Yes, it's very pretty. I wondered what color it was going to be when I saw you this time.
Yeah, I'm doing purple next.
Purple next? Nice. Because I think last time, was it still orange last time?
Yeah, it was orange.
Because of Halloween.
And black because of Halloween. And then I cut off the black, and then it was just orange for a while.
Right. Orange hair, just no.
Yeah.
So
I wasn't the biggest fan of it.
Oh, remind me to talk to you more about, there's products that you can get that add color as time goes by. There's like conditioning products.
Oh, I know.
Okay.
I know about them. I just
Right, because we didn't make them at the company I worked for, but one of our clients did. So.
And I don't know about.
I'll take yucca, koala. I saw that.
I don't know about adding color, but I know ones that'll like maintain your color.
They maintain color.
I've also heard of people putting conditioner dyes in their conditioner to maintain their color. I like dyeing my hair every few months, so I don't do that because then I can't dye my hair again. True.
It has to come out in order for you to add more color. Because bleaching your hair too often, I've seen what that does to your color.
Yeah, I can't
yes,
bleach
Farm Girl Overtone is one of the brands. The brand, I can't actually mention the name because we're a contract manufacturer. We can't disclose the brand, but it's not Overtone. So, yes, yucca can be monster plants. We had yucca in Ohio. They were one of those oddities that you'd see every now and then. So, conditioners that color, I think it's nice that when you do that and it just adds a little subtle color. I don't want Elton. No roosters. I don't have room for chickens at the new house. So, although that particular prancing rooster does sound amusing. Oh, David, good. That sounds like it's much safer than trying to listen and be distracted while driving. No, it's been a day. I mean, the last day of work was kind of quiet. I wound up experimenting with a lotion in the lab, even though I hadn't planned on playing in the lab on the last day, because I won't have time to evaluate it properly. I do go back, and I'm going to be working part-time, so I'm back there on Tuesday in the afternoon for a couple of hours to do some things. But my research and development days are coming to an end, and next week I start the technical writer gig. And in the meantime, I've got time off to enjoy my kids, and after they go away, I will have a couple of days off before I go off to Fantasy. And I'm supposed to meet my dad, who may or may not be listening to this, because he called me earlier to let me know there was a false start on the live video. But I will be seeing my dad next weekend, so it's gonna be a good couple of weeks. And I will not be doing a live stream next weekend because I would have to do it from Fantasy, and I'm not sure of the logistics of that. I don't plan on taking my laptop with me to Fantasy. My laptop's big. I'll take my iPad. So, no chickens.
By the way, Jet, I have never done my hair at a salon. Like, I'll get it cut at a salon, but I always dye it at home.
Dawn, you have 4 colors? What colors do you have? I'm curious now. I haven't seen a picture of you recently, so. Dawn lives up in Colorado, so I haven't gotten to see her in person yet.
That's
soon, though. Soon. Right, Dawn? Yeah, we have the gathering, the writers group gathering in early April. In fact, the day after that gathering, we close on the house, which is going to be interesting. Guinea fowl are even noisier than chickens, David. If we have birds at all, which I'm checking to make sure Sanford's not in the room, if we have birds at all, I will do quail because they're quiet. So, Dawn has green, blue, purple, and red. Awesome. That sounds like fun. Yes, the gathering. We are gathering together and talking mostly. It's no goth girl goes to space camp. I love it, Dawn. Oh, I have been writing Chloe. So this is Chloe. And I started writing, so before Pippa was born, we actually were planning on naming her Chloe. And when Pippa was born, I took one look at her and I'm like, she's not a Chloe, she's a Pippa. So she became Pippa.
Don't mind me, I'm stretching my knees.
And Pippa can't kneel for very long, so she probably isn't going to stay in frame for much longer.
We'll find out how long I can do this for. Stamina test?
Yes, stamina test, definitely. Sanford's listening
No
in the other
breaths.
room. But Pippa's personality is kind of awesome, and she's wanted to be a goth since she was 6, but she wanted to be a happy goth like Abby on NCIS. But now you are a pastel goth?
No,
You've gotten beyond pastel goth?
My style is fluid. Right now I'm wearing, I don't know how well I can show this to the camera. I'm wearing a skeleton shirt, button up, black skirt,
Yep.
chain belt, you know.
So not all black all the time. But at one point I had driven by a sign that said groundskeeper wanted, and it was in a cemetery. Now Pippa really enjoys mowing the lawn. And especially once we taught her how to do the riding lawnmower, she really enjoyed mowing the lawn and was reluctant to give it up to her brother.
I like the money.
Yeah. So I had came home and I was like, it's too bad it's too far away because you would make a great cemetery groundskeeper. And then, I don't know, a few months after that, I came up with this idea for a story about a girl who goes to work in a
Glitter
cemetery. No, she's not a glitter goth. Good Lord, no. But this girl goes to work in the cemetery, and I named her Chloe because I wanted, and I talked to Pippa about this, so she knew what I was doing. But I wanted to just have Pippa's unflappable personality in a character encountering ghouls and ghosties and things that go bump in the night. And I'm currently working on there will be a short story that will be appearing in a haunted library anthology. And that's a fundraiser for the library in the tiny town we're buying the house in.
Mm-hmm.
So that'll be fun. And a great introduction for me to the library.
See, that's why I can't be Papa Golf. I'm too
Bubbly and happy.
I'm too energetic, even when I'm tired.
But then there will be a second Chloe story. The first one is called The Groundskeeper, Raking Up the Dead. And the story that I'm working on will be The Hoodoo That You Do. And I'm not sure yet what number 3 is going to be called. Right now, the working title is just Chloe Snippet. So,
By the way, I wanted to say, I saw Jet ask about home brands
Yes.
for hair color. I would suggest buying your home brands from Sally Beauties. And as for which brand to use, I usually use Manic Panic, but I've had like a wide variety of responses to it. The thing is, it really depends on like your hair. People's different hair dye types respond differently to different hairs, so trying different ones. But Arctic Fox, Manic Panic are very highly like mentioned by a lot of people. I think those are the most popular ones.
mm-hmm. And her hair is blonde naturally, so.
It's like auburn. My hair is not very
Not
light.
you, Jet.
Oh.
Yeah, your hair is auburn or chestnut naturally.
I was gonna.
So. No, don't let college girls bleach your head. Hey, Ian. Good to see you. Yes, please. I definitely want a hunting story from you, Farm Girl. I am looking forward to seeing what I get for this hunting anthology. I've gotten quite a number of submissions for it already. David, the person to check with on that would be Jim Curtis. Ian might know, but I think Jim Curtis is much more involved in that. So, Jet, I wasn't going to say that. Okay, so glitter. I had this idea when I was listening to Jim and Ian's live stream on Thursday. So I have a story scene in my head. I don't know where to put it right now, but it involves the death of a pixie, a shotgun, and a lot of glitter.
I'm currently working on a slight project where I bought myself these dragon wings from I don't remember where I got them. I think a thrift store, and I'm just painting them matte black, but they had glitter, and I couldn't figure out how to remove the glitter, so I'm attempting to paint acrylic paint over glitter.
Oh no!
I wanted to mention that
It's gonna have texture.
cursed.
How? Yes, glitter is cursed.
The whole project is cursed.
How big are the dragon wings?
One wing is like yay big.
Oh wow! So
and
a
they
couple of
stick out
feet
from my
across.
back.
Oh, that's
maybe like
cool.
a foot and a half from my back, but yeah.
That's cool that you found those. Yeah.
I found them a while ago, and I've been meaning to redo them, and I only recently started.
So.
Oh, actually, speaking
Stephen,
of
how's the new job going? It sounds like today wasn't particularly good, but kind of overall. Friends don't let friends do glitter. So here's the thing. I used to do glitter professionally. And not that way. That's not what I mean. Because I know where your brain went, especially Ian's. Yep, there it went.
I don't... I will leave.
No, there are no rails on this. There never are. So I have done glitter professionally because I was a face and body artist. And cosmetic grade glitter is tiny, which it has to be because then it's safe to use on the face. And if you get it in your eyes, it's not going to scratch your eyes. And that means that it goes everywhere and it does not go away anytime soon. Pippa was warned about the chat, yes.
I sort of know what to expect. I do watch some live streams.
This live stream, as live streams go, is tends to be kind of tame. We talk a lot about food and writing and sometimes wild things. Roosters, on the other hand, is new.
You get new stream chats all the time. It's fun.
Yeah. The fun thing about these is that I can bounce off of the chat as far as the problem, of course, is that my little ADHD brain sees the chat and I'm talking about one thing and then I go over and answer a question. It's probably really confusing to people that watch it later and can't see the chat running at the same time as the video. Because I thought I had it set up to run on top of the video and record at one point, but now it doesn't.
Yeah, you should.
So
I know on Twitch there.
Pallets and pallets of 50 pound bags of sugar. That reminds me of having to sample a pallet of 50-pound bags of salt, which involved stabbing things repeatedly.
I mean, always fun.
Yes, well, I mean, stress relief, but then you have to tape up the hole and try not to spill too much salt. So,
that's fair.
Right, that was the story I was referring to, Ian. You'll have to tell that one sometime on the live stream if you haven't already. Ian was a deputy sheriff before he retired, and he has interesting stories.
I see
You'll have to talk to him tomorrow night. You'll meet him then. Oh, speaking of sugar, so one of the things that we manufactured at my previous now job was a sugar scrub, which involved putting several 100 pounds of sugar into a vat with sticky stuff and then stirring it all together till it was homogeneous. There was sugar everywhere. The compounding room was so sticky afterwards. Oh, that's good to know, Ian. I didn't realize it did that. And the compounding room has to be thoroughly cleaned in between batches, and it was so much work for the production guy. Not me, but what made it worse was that we were having clumping problems, so we were trying to sieve the clumps out of the sugar to make sure we didn't get any big hard lumps in with the sugar scrub. You're tucking your hair back up there.
Yeah, if it's outside of my ear, it does floofy things.
Yeah, it's cute, floofy.
It's overgrown undercut because I'm getting a different undercut, so I have to grow this one
I was going to
out.
ask if you were going back to having an undercrop.
Yeah, I'm gonna get basically what Julie has, where it's like here. I'm turning my head weird ways and then like back like that.
So more the mohawk style.
It's like a mullet with no bangs.
Or mullets back in style?
Yes.
Oh Lord, I was not aware that mullets were
Mullets are in like a specific area of Gen Z, alternative fashion Gen Z. Mullets are very much back in style.
That's so retro. And now I really feel old.
No, I'm the reason that there's no Santa Claus. Wait, I think I
Ian
missed
is the
something.
reason there's no Santa Claus anymore.
I see. It's gonna be like, all right, fair enough.
Oh, yeah, the girls are going to join the North Texas Troublemakers for dinner tomorrow night, and that should be fun because there's usually some pretty good stories around the supper table. I have no intention of banishing Ian, and I'm not trying to break him because it's a lot more fun to break Ian on video when you can see his brain stutter to a stop. And the comments they've already learned that it's really difficult to break me. So rural 15 to 23-year-olds, the mullet is back in style. Are bell bottoms back in style?
Yes.
Oh, bell bottoms are back in style. Well, I mean...
Well, with some people. The thing is, like, retro stuff coming back into style, it really depends who you are. Like, some people are a huge fan of it. I don't like bell bottoms, personally. I do like the mullets. Though the mullets have to be, like, not flat mullets. They have to be, like, poof.
They have to be poofy? I thought that was kind of the point of the mullet in the first place.
Like, it's back in style, but restylized.
Restylized,
It's like poofy and more textured instead of flat hair, which is why I don't want a complete mullet because I have very, very straight hair.
And wide leather watch bands. Well, I can speak to that because I have a cheap smartwatch and it has a very wide band, and I'm really thinking that I need to switch back over to a leather band. But the back of the watch has to touch the wrist so that it can read the heart monitor. So yes, probably 15 to 20 years, farm girl, because that kind of goes along with generational gaps, I'm thinking. Yeah, no, if the 90s comes back, we'll all feel old. Right, let's not bring back disco. Disco is dead. We're done with disco. Although I was listening to something the other day that was just recently produced. Now, mind you, I do have some eclectic musical tastes, but they were playing accordions. So there's that.
I don't even want to talk about recent music.
No, you don't want to talk about recent music?
I mean,
who's in right now? I don't even know.
I don't. You think? Why would I don't listen to popular music. Listen.
Who do you listen to?
Stuff that I wouldn't say on the internet publicly, because then people would start looking up and knowing I listen to it. Let's just say some of my recent music is possibly about cannibalism, but it's not super important. And I don't get any ideas.
Okay. It's only cannibalism when it's actual cannibalism, not a metaphor for something else.
I don't know if it's a metaphor. They're very short songs.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Weird Al is always in.
No, Vanilla Ice is not coming back. Unless you count people looking back and sort of ripping at him.
Stephen, tell her you worked hard for the hummus and crackers. I was going to say that I have been listening to, let's see here, I listen to EDM because it's jazzy and upbeat. I listen to modern bluegrass, which is like, gets weird sometimes. Dead South, In Hell I'll Be in Good Company. And let's see here, Postmodern Jukebox. Listen to a lot of PMJ.
I don't remember what I actually.
Now she's going to have to look it up because she can't remember names.
I'm not giving you one name, like, in particular.
Josh wants to know if Pippa's music choices are very humorous. Humorous.
I see. I was gonna say, I don't listen to that much comedy music.
It's only barbecue if it's in Texas, otherwise it's sparkling barbecue. Ooh.
okay, to be fair, they don't actually say that either of the characters they don't specify what any of the characters' species are, so who knows if it's actually cannibalism.
There you go. I mean, cross species is if a human eats a cow, it's definitely not cannibalism. It's tasty food. So I think
most recent thing in my playlist I'm willing to talk about is Hadestown music.
Hadestown?
It's a musical.
Oh, okay.
I haven't seen the musical, I just like the music.
Ah. So, sparkling grilling. Oh, so the lotion that I made my last day and playing in the lab, and I was playing around with fragrances, so I may have made it smell like a barbecue grill. It's definitely smoky, and I threw a little honey in there, so it smells a little like smoked meat, which is just kind of weird, but I'm not sure Pippa would want to go deer hunting.
What?
I'm not sure where that one came from, for that matter. Oh, because you want to eat other animals, other species.
I'm not saying I want to. I was just saying I listen to music.
Well, you're going
about
to
it.
you're going to tonight pork.
I mean,
I don't know if a minotaur eats a cow. We'll have to ask Orvin that one, because that would kind of technically be half cannibalism, right? Daniel Radcliffe is playing Weird Al. That is psychic whiplash. So the coffee lip balm was very successful, David. It came out really, really well. The problem is, and this kind of got brought up in the comments of my blog earlier, is that I do not own any of the formulations that I created while employed by my past employer. It's all work for hire. The IP belongs to them. And the speculative stuff that I created will only ever hit production if a client wants it, because we don't run our own series of products, since that would be in competition with the clients who we contract to manufacture for. So yeah, I think we did break Pippa a little bit there.
I know, I'm sorry, we mentioned the Minotaur cannibalism, and my brain, for some reason, immediately went, if a human ate the horse half of a centaur, how much of cannibalism would that be?
Right, we're into calculating cannibalism percentages now.
Look,
what about mermaid?
One time at a workplace, I quite literally started talking to someone about the ethics of cannibalism, and they asked me to stop because I was disturbing. It's not a topic of conversation people usually entertain with me.
What about mermaids? Could you eat the tail part? Would that be cannibalism?
That's the question. Are mermaids qualifiably human if existing? What?
I mean, there's a difference between human and people. They could be people and not be human.
Well, I mean, I think it comes down to how similar is their DNA to Homo sapien DNA.
Yes, that would be an interesting question to calculate out. I mean, when you consider the close similarities in... Is the lower half of a mermaid kosher? Good question, David. You would have to answer that. You know better than I do. Dawn, this does not surprise me, although actually, no, it does surprise me, because given where you work, Dawn works for law enforcement. She's a dispatcher. So, and I'm muting that down, Dawn, trying not to give away too many details. Yeah, mermaid would probably be fishy.
You have to like fish. Fish is good, though.
You can't derail something that doesn't have rails, Ray. I did not have any real topics picked out other than this whole thing of I'm changing jobs, it's actually happening, and I have my kids here for a while.
And then I decided to crash the live stream.
And that's fine. Johan and Julie went out to... I can imagine, Ian. I appreciate you sparing my child's brain further. I mean, when is that line where a parent can tell their child a dirty joke? Is it 20, 25, 30? Never, oh my God, mother?
Last one, please, and thank you. Look, you get permission to make a dirty joke when I make a dirty joke. And I don't make dirty jokes.
Right? So.
Not that often, at least. I literally had a friend. I once made a dirty joke in front of them, and they were extremely surprised I'm getting a phone call.
Okay. So we're going to lose her so she can
What
go
do you want?
talk to her sister from the tone of her voice as she answered that phone call.
You wants
So.
to know if we want to pick up dinner.
Yeah.
She said yes. Where are we picking it up from?
So,
He wants to know if we just want to do Domino's.
I'll let you guys hash that out amongst yourselves.
Whatever you
I will
guys
eat
wanna do.
food. I am not picky.
What-
My team took me out for lunch today, which was very nice of them. And we went to a Thai place, and we were having a conversation about the spice level relative. And this Thai place does the traditional, well, I mean, I don't know how traditional it is, but I see it a lot, of the 1 through 5 spice scale. And I ordered a wide noodle. It's like pad thai-ish, but wide noodles, which I really like. And
Both Panda Express and Domino's.
it was really good, but I ordered it at a 1 spice level because it was midday and a work day, and I really didn't want to challenge my sinuses that much. And it had no spice level at all. And my poor boss, who doesn't really tolerate spice well, ordered a red curry at a 1 and then couldn't finish it because it was too spicy.
Hey, really quick.
So,
They're
yeah.
going to both Panda Express and Domino's and want to know what you want from whatever restaurant.
He knows what kind of pizza I like, and that's fine.
Okay.
I'm not going to try and figure
Mama
that out while
says
I'm
just
doing
for
live
normal
stream.
Pizza. Sorry.
Yeah, and that's one of those things that I can do a certain spice level, and if I've been eating spicy food, I can gradually ramp that up. But there's definitely a point when I hit the level and I'm done. So, yeah, no, I know about dolphins. Dolphins are not as friendly as their PR would have it be. And I won't go any further than that because Pippa will not be happy. Yeah, the fun thing is, so here in Carrollton, Texas, there is a little patch of land that's called K-Town and Koreatown, and this one plaza that we like to go to has a Korean barbecue, and there's the Thai place that we went to today. There's a wonderfully authentic Chinese place. It's just awesome. There is a meat on a stick place, and I kid you not, it is meat on a stick, and pretty much any kind of meat you can imagine, they have it, including bacon wrapped enoki on a skewer, and oh, that's good. And quail, they have quail. So, if I ever were to keep quail, I know how to fix it. But anyhow. Yeah, White Boy Mild would probably be about my standard. So, my friend the Panda and I have been doing a slow lunchtime crawl of all of these restaurants. And we tried out the spicy hot pot. Well, the spicy in the name should have been a clue. I was feeling brave, so I ordered a medium, and he was feeling like he didn't really want to do his usual, so he ordered a medium. And the medium on this hot pot set my world on fire.
I'm back.
So now I know that next time I go and order at the spicy hot pot, because it was good. It was really tasty, and I enjoyed it. But I've got to order a mild or possibly... Do you have a negative number for the spice level? Oh... New Englander is negative level on the spice level. Okay, got it.
See, I got used to spice living with you, and now I live with Hunter, and I'm much more used to spice.
So how is Hunter on the spice level?
He's like, I don't know where he usually goes. He eats spicy stuff, he likes spicy stuff, but he doesn't always want super spicy stuff.
Yeah.
There's one ramen restaurant in a bigger college town near us that we go to a lot. It's like one of our favorite places. And he got a spicy thing there. I can't even remember what it was. It was something spicy ramen, and he was not having it because it was too spicy.
Oh no.
But Julie can't do as much spice as I can.
Yeah. Johan was in spice training because after he encountered the North Texas troublemakers, he decided he needed to be able to keep up with some of them. The commenters are trying to break each other, and I am ignoring that particular conversation.
Yeah.
I definitely want to check out the Thai fusion place in Itchy Paw, though. It might just be Rita and I, because it sounds like Ian's not up to it, and Sanford is not a big fan of Thai. I love Indian food. Sanford does not, so that's another one that I have to find a buddy to take because, or I could go by myself, I suppose. But what's the fun in going to a restaurant by yourself? Now, Screeching Agony is not a flavor. I don't mind the spice level as long as there's flavor. There has to be flavor to make it worthwhile.
I think the last time I regretted doing something spicy is I got sushi and there was wasabi, just way too much wasabi on this piece of sushi, and I was like, surely I can handle this. I could not.
Oh no.
That was while I was at the airport though, so I couldn't even like react to the fact that that was happening because people around me, and I didn't want anyone to notice.
Juliet, when she was
I remember this
about a year old, demanded a piece of sushi, and it was the kind of sushi that had been pre-assembled with some wasabi on it. So we handed her the rice roll, trying to take off of it as much as we could, and she was okay with that. But then she tried to feed herself another one, and got enough wasabi that she had her little hands, and she's trying to turn her mouth inside out because spicy. So, Ian, it sounds like Rita and I may have to do some lunch dates.
I heard the wasabi soy, and it hasn't happened to me, but when I was younger and we went to Chinese buffets, and if anyone got mint chip ice cream, they risked getting wasabi on their mint
chip ice cream. Mint chip.
Mint chip ice cream.
Mint chimp. There we go back to the cannibalism topic.
I can't help it. I just always come back.
It's on your mind. Oof. Way a capsaicin oil neat is weaponized. Yes, and that's the other thing, too, about Indian food. Like Mexican food, it's not monolithic. There's variations. We have a place local to us here down in the Metro Mass that has Burmese food, which is Indian and kind of some Thai and Cambodian influences, and probably Vietnamese as well. And it's really interesting. Hey, RK. Yeah, you're a little bit late. We're going for a few more minutes, so... No, I don't think anyone here wants to eat primates. Right, yeah, prion disease is definitely a no. So, but food is one of those topics we get onto a lot, and there's a reason for it. We were talking about this on Jim and Ian's live stream a lot while they were... Weaponized frying scallions? Ooh, that's, I can see that. You aerosolize enough thiols, then yeah, that gets, your eyes start to really water. Or if you have a 16-year-old boy and he misjudges the temperature while caramelizing onions, that will also make your sinuses open up, and you'll regret it. He's actually gotten really good about cooking. We bought Argentinian chorizos yesterday, and which are nothing like the sacks of fat that you get usually for chorizo. They're short, stubby little sausages, and we get fresh bolillo rolls, and he fried up some sweet onions and sweet peppers, and we had Argentinian chorizos and buns for dinner last night, and that was really good. And Johan did that all by himself, which was nice. So, a Moroccan place moving in. That's promising. I was actually going to run by the girls if they wanted me to cook some Moroccan food this weekend. Don't know if we're going to have time, though. I think we're planning on Asian on Sunday. And they leave Monday afternoon, so...
We leave Monday midday. I'm trying to
Yeah,
remember when exactly
around
we
2
leave.
o'clock, I think.
I
So.
got sent the tickets. I know that much, so I can actually check.
Yeah. Oof. Yes. Deep frying green onions would create quite the odor. You know what's really bad? Processing horseradish root in an enclosed kitchen. I learned the hard way. That is tear gas. Tears and snot and all the stuff running out of your face. So I learned to process horseradish with all the windows open, or put an extension cord and actually do it outside. Because if you're grating large amounts of horseradish, that gets really potent. Pippa might even remember that one. She was small, but she loves horseradish.
I do like horseradish.
So,
I don't know if I did when I was a kid, though, because I didn't really like spices until I was a teenager.
yeah, I know you really liked horseradish the last few years, but I don't remember when you started on that.
Hunter keeps insulting the stuff I make. I don't cook often, but sometimes I don't. Usually it's not even cookie. It's like I'll mix up dip sometimes, and Hunter will insult my dip because it's too much horseradish apparently.
Oh, there's no such thing. For him, obviously, yes, but
They also got me horseradish sauce to put on my sandwiches.
ooh, yeah, that sounds good, Ian. I've got some harissa here, but I usually use it into things. The dinner for the gang tomorrow, I'm planning on doing a really large shepherd's pie. Or as my son makes me the point, he's like, you can't call it a shepherd's pie because there's no lamb in it. It has to be cottage pie. Well, I have figured out how to get around that. I have lamb stock from the last time I made lamb, and the gravy will be made with lamb stock, so I can call it a shepherd's pie. And it won't have peas in it because my son will not eat anything with peas in it. So it will have carrots and green beans. Is that acceptable?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Horseradish mashed potatoes is really good. Once again, I get told I put too much horseradish in it, so I'm not allowed to make it.
I wonder if I've got
You do not put
horseradish.
too much horseradish in the mashed potatoes.
Hunter says I do. Hunter doesn't like horseradish.
Well, that's Hunter.
I know.
I don't know if you'll ever be able to
house
see
with
Sanford.
Hunter and Julie, and Julie doesn't like
Ah,
spicy stuff
all right,
all that
never
much.
mind. Lost
And
control of this.
Hunter doesn't like how much horseradish I put in stuff.
Horseradish is good. No, I'm thinking with the mashed potato topping on the shepherd's pie, if we put horseradish in that, do our usual seasoning blend for mashed potatoes on that. Real shepherd's pie has shepherds in it, and again, here we are with the cannibalism.
We brought it back up.
We keep coming back to that.
Shepherd's pie with real shepherds. That might be worth eating.
German shepherds?
No, I wouldn't eat a dog.
I
I'd
would.
rather eat a person than a dog.
Oh, do you read Pixie and Brutus?
I've seen Pixie and Brutus. I'm not caught up on it.
Okay, there's a new one, and Pixie says that Brutus is a German sheeper, and they talk to a Malinois. It's very cute. Pixie and Brutus is so cute. I love that one. Beef in it, I could call it a Stockman's pie.
Hunter needs better taste buds.
Well,
Real
Pippa's-
Stockman?
Pippa's not marrying Hunter, so she doesn't have to worry about his taste buds.
Hunter I live with because Julie and Hunter needed a roommate, and they both know me and tolerate me, and I tolerate them, so we figured it would work out.
Yeah, if the shepherds are minotaurs, it does get questionable. A minotaur shepherd. Now there's a story there somewhere.
I love how the cannibalism talk has turned around into this. It's much better.
Well, folks, that is about the end of our hour. And again, I'm probably not doing a live stream next week. I will be at Fantasy in North Carolina. If any of y'all will be there, I look forward to seeing you in person. I'm a guest, and my dad will be there on Sunday, which will be really nice. And my stepmother will be there as well, but I don't know how much she's going to want to hang out because this is a very different crowd for her. But it will just be me. Johan and Sanford will be here holding down the fort and taking care of the puppies. And Pippa, thank you very much. This was fun.
It was.
So, Yeah, no, we should definitely throw that into the odd prompts, Ray, because it is sure odd. All right, folks, I will see you in a couple of weeks.